Hello folks, how are you doing? And welcome to our channel. So this is the fifth video in the six Tudor Queen series. And I do apologise about the slight delay in getting the last two out. It's just with going on holiday and etc. But I will say, when it comes to Catherine Howard, um, there is a lot of emotion that can come up with Catherine Howard because she wasn't just a young woman marrying a king. There's a real element of abuse with this one, not just from the king, Henry VIII, but also as well her family, um, other people around her that had a responsibility for her welfare. And I remember one of the first times I ever read on her. I had a channel ages and ages and ages. I can't remember what it was called, like Channeling History. I don't have it anymore. I closed it down. But I did a reading on Catherine Howard. And one of the things that came through, believe it or not, was the energy of Maddie McCann. Madeline McCann. For those of you that don't know, Madeline McCann was a little girl that, well, everybody should know Madeline McCann. She went missing in Portugal. And it came through in this reading. This was 3, 4 years ago, round about just after the pandemic. Could be 5 years ago then, actually. And I always get the same vision of her. And she's a little girl and she's dancing around in this circle. And she's quite precocious, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of little girls were. She's got little pretty dresses on, and there's a circle of men around her. And I remember doing the reading, and it really like, whoa. There was so much abuse energy around it, and so much sadness energy. We'll have a look today and see if she has had a further incarnation as Maddie McCann, because that was then a few years ago. I've got more confidence now on technique, I think. So we will revisit that. But yes, I've kind of wanted to step back from this bit, but now I know that it needs to be finished. Anyway, on holiday, when we went on holiday, we drove down to Southampton. And I had just finished reading the book, the Catherine, God, I want to say Catherine Howard in the Six Tudor Queens books by Alison Weir. And I fell what looked like a sleep, but it wasn't a sleep, it was weird. But it was neither asleep nor awake. And I drifted. And I got this awful vision, again, another awful vision, around Catherine Howard and having been punched in the face by Henry VIII. Her nose was bleeding. And I came to, and it was like, oh, that was horrible. It was almost like it was like I'd slipped from sleep into some type of time travel type energy. I wish at the time I'd looked into where we were, because obviously that's down to Southampton. So it's the south of England where a lot of our big houses and castles were. And I didn't think where are we in case we were in alignment with one of the big royal castles or palaces or whatever, or somewhere where she would have been. But anyway, yes. So that's where we are. One of you put in the comments you'd like me to look as well at her, I'm not going to say relationship, connection to Henry Manx, who was her tutor. And history paints it down as an affair, but reality knows the truth. She was a 12-year-old girl. And I'll just leave it at that. We'll have a look at it. So let's get to it. Whew. We've got three decks. We've got the Radiant Rider-Waite, good old Radiant Rider-Waite. We've got the Investigation deck, because I reckon we'll need it. We've got the Star Shadows and, what is it, Stardust and Shadows, because I reckon we'll need it. And we've got Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid as well, because apparently I have to pull a card for us all from that at the end of the reading. Do not forget, Claire. So let's get to it. First of all, where are we going? Where are we going with this? I feel like I need to start off with a good old-fashioned tarot, showing me the life of Catherine Howard. Show me the life of Catherine Howard, please. Show me the life of Catherine Howard. What's it like to be Catherine Howard? Okay, so we've got two cards that are flipped up. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny. We've got, now that was upside down. That was like that Five of Cups in reverse. Painful, not being able to step forward, not being able to release her pain, still in torment. Ace of Cups at the bottom. I'm going to keep, I'll keep pulling from here. Ace of Cups is sadness, deep pain. The Sun, no joy. Sun in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. The beholden to the powers that were. The rich, the patriarchy. The devil. Oh dear, I haven't got my, I should be all right. Get a good old crystal. God, it gets stupid, doesn't it? All the stuff you see online and you have to do that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, shh, God. Um, just justice, balance, Page of Pentacles, and whew, Eight of Cups. Dealing with a cold, callous king. He was cold and callous. She feared him. Let down by the pages and the knights. Now we know from what I've read, I know Alison, she's a historian, apologies, but I know that it was a fiction series I read. But from what I basically know online about her, there were many knights, I mean, Culpeper and all of that, knights and pages, etc., of the court, but the betrayal of them as well. I mean, we haven't even got the card of a king in this, but that's an eight, so that's my Henry VIII, okay? Not my Henry VIII. But you know what I mean? The other wives, the torment and the torture, okay. Out of alignment, wasn't fully a woman, wasn't fully herself, controlled by those around her. Oh, we've got some more imagery there. Control, controlled around those around her, dealing with deep pain. Nothing that she could do to change her life, change her destiny. It was decided for her. It was decided for her by people coming from a lack mentality, their own pain, their own greed. I'm also being told as well that history has got the wrong story of Catherine Howard. A different picture of her has been painted. Can we have some explanation for that, please? She's been portrayed as quite sexual, but what I'm being shown is a very, 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 very naive young girl who didn't really understand that type of way of being. Um, she's saying, don't forget, in those days, they wanted to keep you as naive as possible so you didn't know, so you couldn't fight back. Um, so we're dealing with a very naive young girl. We're not dealing with an older, wiser teenager even. Okay, let's move forward. Put the crystals up. Let's gather up the cards. Now I'm going to look at specific areas. My deck's there. So, can you show me the energy of Henry Manx towards Catherine Howard? Okay. Page of Swords, we've got the Moon, we've got Illusion. I'll just do three of this and we'll go into the investigation deck. The Chariot and the Page of Pentacles. So somebody that's going to pursue her, somebody coming from a cold perspective. I might just do more here, actually. You know what I'm like. Yeah, we've got the Devil. So we've got somebody here who is quite... It's devil, it's abuse. Okay. Cold, withdrawn. I'm going to go up here. Pursued. I know I'm going out of alignment, everyone, but make it look like an affair and a wish, naivety. Show me his energy towards. Just done that, haven't I? Show me his main energy towards her. Page of Wands. You see, I get notch on my bedpost vibes with that. I get notch on my bedpost vibes with that. An overwhelm here. Did he have money issues? Did he very naively think if he could marry her, he could marry someone? I mean, she ended up marrying a king, so she came from good stock. I'm going to look at my investigation, don't we? Because that gets to the core of it. So, show me the energy relationship. I don't like calling it relationship, but connection between Henry Manx and Catherine Howard. Oh, there's a card that's flipped up. I'm not sure what that one is. Well, innocence has come up, so we've got the energy of innocence there. Oops, okay. We've got purposely disappeared. We've got there's an accident, some type of an accident energy there. We've got guilty. We've got missing, searching. We've got a lot of innocent energy here. We've got please find me. We've got crime of it is a crime. It is a crime. You know, she's 12 years old. It's a crime. I don't reckon he was a 12-year-old tutor, do you? Fight, conflict, argument. So definitely, allegedly, according to the cards, no facts here. This is just a tarot reading. Um, so there's a fight, there's abuse here. I think the cards are very self. The Fool, risk taking, took a risk. Organized meetings. So there's organized meetings between them. And a body. There's something here about bodies. Bodies hidden. He's guilty of something. Show me his energy towards her. Show me his energy towards her. Ooh, okay, 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 okay. Oh God. Am I going to take those? If them, I'll tell you what they are. Ransom or note left. So there's something here about a ransom. I'll pop that there. Apologies for this. They've all fallen out. No control over it. Person is known. Jealousy or cheating. So there's jealousy and cheating here. Um, Feeling jealous because she's married the king. Resilience, slow process, slow pursuit. I'm sorry all of these cards have fallen out. Hostage or trade. Wow. Remember what I said about Maddie? Did not go to plan. There's something weird here. Have we got? We slipping into two time. I will read on them. Read on the Maddie McCann. Read on the Maddie McCann. Read on the Maddie McCann and the connection here. Hostage or trade. The things that went on in these circles. It's abuse. It's abuse. Person is known, then she became the queen and she's got this in her past, possibly turned against her. Something that didn't go to plan. I'm also being told that like we have rings for certain things now. Yes, you can read between the lines. There were rings back then, rings of things that go on. Yes, read between the lines, please. Yes. There were rings that went on then as well. So between vulnerable and powerful, rich, elite. And yes, so the Henry Mannix thing wasn't a love affair. It wasn't cute. It was abuse, according to the cards. There's a lot going on with Catherine Howard because there's a lot you could read on. You can read on her and Culpeper. You can read on her and Jane Parker. Um, where are we going next? We're going to look at her and Culpeper because that's one of the things that brought her down. So we're going to look at Culpeper. God. So show me The energy between Catherine Howard and Thomas Culpepper, the latter part of her life. Please, I'm not going to do the early days because there is too much to read on here. Show me the latter part of her life, the energy between what led to her beheading. So we've got implicated, dragged into it. So somebody's dragged into something. Remember what I've told you about this deck? It's double-sided, and I read it like I would a normal tarot. So that card is not the card. That's not the picture I'm going to be using. It's going to be that, okay? Negotiation. So there's a deal here. A deal is being done here. I think somebody has set up this thing with her and Culpepper. I know there's Jane Parker involved. Sure, it's Jane Parker. I'm sure it is. Oh, Lord Rochford's wife, yes. Um, but there's some other deal going on here. This isn't just a deal of, get these two together because they love each other. This is something very deep, dark, and dangerous. Distancing, Three of Swords, which can be heartbreak. Denied, not permitted. Kept prisoner. Exploited talents. Oh, I don't even like that. But I'll tell you what I've seen. That they were exploiting her. I don't know why they would exploit her. I don't know why they would exploit the young king's wife. Maybe I'm too naive. But because you're gonna get the wrath of Henry VIII there, are you? Unless he's in on it. Advisor, shadow. Oh, well, here we go. We've got a shadow ruler here. Now that could be any one of the men in that court, but we've got a shadow ruler here. Unprepared, not ready for this. Depends how deep, dark, and dangerous this Tudor court went, doesn't it? For money, stability, disassociate, exhaustion. So this is about her and Culpepper, the last running up to her death. So she's married the king. She's implicated in something, trying to get her implicated into something so she can't get out of something. Then someone's distanced. I know that allegedly, according to history, she was in love with him and he was in love with her. And the distance and the heartbreak, and when you're young, everything feels raw. Being denied access to him being denied access to her. Was this exploited? Was there a love betrayal? I don't even want to go there. I'm very cautious of bringing the word love into abuse. Exploited. There's an advisor here. That could be Thomas Howard. Or somebody's unprepared. That could even be Jane Parker's unprepared for what she's got involved in. There's money exchanging hands, stability. I mean, also as well, there's a rumours that they were trying to get her pregnant so that she'd be able to give the king a child. Disassociating and exhaustion here. Mm, yikes. Right. Show me the energy behind her beheading. Show me the energy. Show me the investigation. Show me the energy behind her beheading. I just feel something really sinister. I know it's all sinister. Beheading of your wife is sinister, but I just think this particular wife, there is more happened here than we have been told. And that, by the way, if you can, well, no, it shouldn't be. Did someone just see some smoke? Because I've got my incense burning there. That incense is going, it's not going up there, coming round here and going there, is it? Did you also, I'll have to watch it on playback. So this is the run up to her death, the investigation, ooh. When the cards get jumpy, we're dealing with very jumpy stuff. Something did not go to plan. A deal organised. There's a deal going on here. We've got a wrong direction. Something went in the wrong direction. Person of interest. There's a person of interest here. Know too much, want to talk. So somebody knows too much and wants to talk about something. Heavy burden carried. Now I know that doesn't look like documents. It looks like wood or something, or brick or stone slabs. That's the word, slabs. But when I first saw it, it looked like documents, like a pile of documents. So there's possibly hidden documents in relation to this. Bastards. There is a web of lies. Put in a room or place. It's undercover. Chariot, vehicle or moved. Something was seen. So, be interesting to do the same deck with Anne Boleyn, but I don't want to mix the two queens up. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to go that too far deep into it. I think there's a lot of reading between the lines, keeping one's own counsel here, yes. But the situation with Catherine Howard is not what we have been told. There is something not right here. There is too many cards here. Web of lies, undercover, person of interest, wrong direction, hidden, illusion, smoke, dark, Has anybody read the it's not Philippa Gregory, Alexandra Walsh series? And it starts off with the Catherine Howard book. And it's non-fiction. Yeah, it's fiction. It's fiction, yes. It's fiction. But she brings out a very different narrative to Henry VIII, a very different narrative to what kind of. I mean, she claims in these fiction books, the novels, that Catherine Howard could have survived and been taken away somewhere. I know we had a similar theme with Anne Boleyn, and that could have happened. I don't feel as though she's been taken away. I feel the ending just doesn't add up. None of it adds up. And even if you think about Jane Parker, I'll her name it, apologies if it isn't. To do what she was allegedly accused of doing is a bit tapped. It's a bit cracked, isn't it? To know that your husband got beheaded by Henry VIII, to know that your sister-in-law got beheaded by Henry VIII, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we're not meant to find out. So, Henry VIII. Henry VIII and Catherine Howard. Henry VIII and Catherine Howard. Henry VIII and... Woo! Oh, God. Devil. Narcissist. Torture age. Oh, here we go. Should we just keep pulling from here? Yeah. World. End of a situation or buried. There's something buried here. There's something not right with this marriage. I'm telling you. Something not right with it. I mean, that as well can symbolize what I mean. I'm not going to go too far. I mean, some people may think it's gone too far. I can't help what's on the cards. You wanted 6 Tudor wives. You're going to get 6 Tudor wives. But yeah. DNA evidence. There's something in her DNA. I wanted out. Strategy and planning. Drugged or poisoned. So this is their relationship and marriage. There is a connection. There is a connection to dark stuff. Masked, not true face. He's not, I mean, we know that he's a tyrant, but it goes even further and even deeper. It's also involving his court. I know there's not going to be a digital footprint back then, but there are documents that I feel have been hidden or destroyed. And this stuff could actually start to come up. And I had to get away. Interesting. I had to get away. Has she been beheaded? I know we had something similar with Anne Boleyn, didn't we? And even then, it was all like getting to the bottom of that one was cryptic. But show me the ending for Catherine Howard. I mean, that could also be Henry wanting to get away. Show me the ending for Catherine Howard in that incarnation. Ransom or note left. Family connections, a family. This looks like the ending of. I know it looks like the ending of the Alexandra books. Weird. Family involved in her ending, a portal. That could be her going back to heaven, the other dimensions, meeting, relatives that have already been by Henry. Let's just pull a couple more cards. Star. Clues breakthrough, going back to the stars. Justice, law, legal, trial. So there was a trial. There was something like I know these cards are a bit home, search or house. There's documents hidden in relation to this. Crying out loud. Right. So what deck can I use in relation to this Madeleine McCann connection? Let's just try and we'll do 2 cards from this deck. So we'll start with 2. Is there a past life between Madeleine McCann and Catherine Howard? Did Catherine Catherine McCann? Well, I know her mum's called Kate McCann, but I meant to say Catherine Howard. Okay. Do they have a past life together? Do they have a past life connection? Past life connection. Past life connection. Running out of time. This may not be the deck for it, but we'll see. Dark web or recorded. That could be recorded in the records, X-shaped records. Cannot see clearly. Okay, I want to keep pulling on this. Did not go to plan. More than one involved. Blinking Nora. Strategy and planning. Like I said, it might not be the right deck. I might have to sit with this. I wanted out. Drugged or yes. Because this could be what's happened to the little Maddie McCann. Right, okay, let's just keep pulling. Masked, not true face. And a digital footprint. But there's similar cards. We're getting a similar story. Very sad. Very sad. Was Maddie McCann the I said what is? If he's still out there. Is Maddie McCann? That wasn't a question, by the way. I think she has died. Is Maddie McCann? I've done it again. Interesting. Was Maddie McCann the interest? Interesting. Okay. Was Maddie McCann the reincarnation of Catherine Howard? Yes. Yes. Moon illusion, coming into another illusion, the sea, the water. Transition. This is going into Maddie's stuff now, so it's coming into other carnation, going into another illusionary lifestyle, illusionary ending. Wow. Heartbreak. So yeah, so sad. Anyway, I think that's what that's as far as no, we're not. We've got another card to pull. This is a final card from Catherine Howard to those watching. So I have no idea. Well, I have no idea what's going on anyway. This is a final card from Catherine Howard to those that have watched this video. This is a final card to round this video off. Message in a bottle. Go the distance. Message in a bottle. They do say that, don't they, that possibly Maddie ended up in the sea in some type of a container. But this also message in a bottle is wisdom, isn't it? I'm also being reminded of I'm not going to read on it. The Amy Bradley thing that's going on at the minute online and with the Netflix documentary and the bottle that she sent a message in the bottle to her girlfriend before she went on the cruise. And there's this repeating pattern of young women, young girls, whose safety net and safe harbour is just not there for them. And it opens them up to all kinds of things. I'm going to read what this thingy says because I don't want to look too deep into it. What does Colette say about the bottle? 15. It's also as well, message in a bottle is something that's put in a bottle and then found out later. We know what's going on with Richard III. Information's coming up about him and the fact that he was set up, allegedly. We are going to read on that in the investigation, by the way. So 15, message in a bottle. External meanings, communication, a sign of, what's that? Cledon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle's message, spirit sends you signs when you ask for them. When you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbol and oracles and omens, they may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo. What's this? Not helping. Protection, manage, relation. No. You know what? Don't read the book, Claire. Don't need to. Trust your intuition. Message in a bottle. One day, there is a. Oops, sorry. Sorry. One day, there is a strong possibility that this comes out. If someone's willing and brave enough, look at this with John Brown and Queen Victoria, with Richard. There's all kinds of things now where people are going back into history, and bringing forth new information. Some of it may be disturbing and upsetting, but we've got to keep going with the tides as well. We've got to keep going forward with our own wisdom. And this also goes very deep. Anyway, I'm now going to pull you a card for everybody to bring this reading to an end and bring the energies higher. Pleasure up. Oh, Epstein. That's the thing, isn't it? Orphaned. Okay. This is the thing, isn't it? Milk and honey, but people taking off of others. This is the thing, right? That reading was very dark. It was very dark. I don't want to have a dark reading. I don't want to do a dark reading. I don't want to do a dark reading, and I don't want to watch a dark reading. But we have to admit and accept and acknowledge what has happened in our world. Pleasure Island just gives me Epstein vibes. Orphaned young people, lost young people, even young people that are part of families that are still lost in those structures. We have to stop not wanting a happy ever after outcome at this. I just need to polish that up. I'm going to try and polish a turd because actually we've got to accept this. And we've got to, it could have also been your own heritage, your own family, your own bloodline. It possibly will be. Unless you've just had like the Immaculate Conception or something, you will have ancestors that will have done some crazy stuff. You will have had past lives where you were all part of this. We've all been part of it in some way, shape, or form. But I'm feeling one of the biggest shifts and things we're going to have to go through is to acknowledge this. Acknowledge our part in it, that part that doesn't want to see it, doesn't want to acknowledge it. I just want to idolize certain people. And sometimes the bare truth of a situation is that shit has happened. We can't polish the turd. This is a stone, there's a face there, the stone people, the strength of the stone people having to ground. I think that's a confirmation of what we've been going through with this reading. And also as well, people feeling lost at this time and feeling that their pleasure has been taken. But things are moving, that tortoise, whatever it is, that creature, bringing that out, and the wisdom of this, and the wisdom that we can learn from all of it, and the love that can come from this. People being better in the present and in the future. Whew, bloody hell. Anyway, I look forward to reading on Katherine Parr next. Boxes falling off everywhere. Thank you for watching. There is a playlist on here called CT's Historical Tarot or something like that, and the CT's Royal Tarot as well. Yes, so thank you for watching, everybody. Love to all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you get to the end of this video and you would like to leave a comment and be of service to the collective, fill the comments with love hearts, stars, nice emojis, because that's how you alchemize things. And yes, see you all later.